Well, welcome to another meaningless game in this season of blech for the Giants. They play Washington this week in a battle for, well, I don't really know what. I do know the Giants, if they win, will clinch third place in the NFC East. We'll pause for a moment while you pop the champagne on that one. Obviously, this hasn't been anything exciting for the Giants. They did, however, beat the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, and yay for them. They did look good. I mean, there were some good signs. Not a lot to make people forget about what the rest of the season has looked like, but some positive signs.
Yeah, Odell Beckham obviously looked good again. We saw Andre Williams had a solid game, and then Devon Kennard, NFC Defensive Player of the Week this week, 2 sacks. So, the young guys are coming along, and that's probably the bright spot about this late season run.
Now, we've been ripping Perry Fuel mercilessly over the last few weeks, and rightfully so. The defense hasn't been very good, but 15 sacks in the last 2 weeks. They've obviously dialed up the blitzes. They certainly have gotten more pressure on the quarterbacks. Is that a sign of Perry Fuel coaching better, the players playing better, or the fact that they played 2 awful teams, 2 rookie quarterbacks, and 2 terrible offensive lines?
I'll take option C. I think the offensive lines help hugely. That Titans offensive line without their starting 2 offensive tackles, so of course you're going to rack up the sacks. I do think the defense is playing a little better, but this will be a little bit of a better test for them, and this will be, especially if Robert Griffin starts the game, can you play disciplined and not lose contain on the guy?
As of this taping, of course, we don't know who's going to be the Washington quarterback. Jay Gruden, the coach down there, said he's had a bit of a merry-go-round this season, and that's certainly the case. Meanwhile, on this side of the fence, Eli Manning has started 164 consecutive regular season games, dealt with a back issue earlier in the week, was able to practice. We'll fast forward to Sunday and let you know exactly how he's doing, but clearly, the Giants need him, and Tom Coughlin alluded to earlier this week, even though the season is meaningless, he has no plans unless he's forced to by an Eli Manning injury to get Ryan Nassib into the game just to take a look at him. He said winning is kind of the most important thing. Good decision, or do you think he should start playing his young players and sort of empty his bench?
I guess you could go both ways, but that streak, 164 regular season games. Why would you want to mess with that? Just kind of let Eli keep going. I think Ryan, seeing Ryan Nassib, they see enough of him. They see him every day in practice. And this team is going to win with Eli Manning. It's built to win with Eli Manning. So why throw the rookie out there? I just don't see it.
Well, I've stretched this out just about as far as I can in this meaningless game, in this meaningless season, which continues to drag on. 3 games to go for the Giants before we answer the all-important question, and the only thing anybody cares about, which is whether Tom Coughlin and Jerry Reese will be back for 2015. So stay tuned for that. And, of course, the Washington game recap on nydailynews.com.